Starting your day off with a take on Vegas you won't get anywhere else.
Hi, I'm Holly Madison, and I listen to Brian Shapiro.
Hi, this is William Shatner, and I listen to Brian Shapiro.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and I listen to Brian Shapiro. Why? Because I'm a good American. So is he. And if you don't listen to him, you need to pack up and leave this country.
This is the Vegas Take with Sharp and Shapiro.
Come on, guys!
All righty, here we go. No Sharp and Shapiro tonight.
No. If you are calling.
What should we be? Susie and it's no Sharp and Shapiro. We should be Susie and the other. And
I got a new name for you.
I know you do. Not that. Susie Draney from Draney Insurance is here.
Hello.
By the way, you're much more than just Draney Insurance, but still, you are the insurance, and that's
some kind of insurance.
your insurance for what?
Sometimes it's auto, sometimes it's commercial, sometimes it's just
life?
Whatever. Yeah,
It's life,
yeah. Life,
whole
yeah.
life, term life. If you have a term,
Yes. Well,
So-
most people, this is a second career choice. People don't grow up and think, I'd love to be an insurance agent.
What did you want to be? Did you think in insurance at some point?
What did I want? I wanted to be in the CIA and investigate the president. But,
Okay.
that position's been filled. So.
That's all they do now.
Yeah.
And by the way, they screw it up. They
well,
don't
of
even get it
course.
right. You would have been an
I would
asset.
have been so good at it.
You would have been good.
Dang it.
Yes, you would have
Missed
been
the
able.
vote on that one.
So a lot going on in the show tonight. We've got 51
Ooh,
Aviators
you're
baseball.
Gonna get some calls on that one.
At least I don't call them
Aviators.
the stars, okay? Okay, I could go way back and show my way age, but it took me probably a year or two to go from stars to 51s.
51s.
I don't know.
Aviators?
Now, it'd be a sign of my age if it takes me 2 years to go from 51s to Aviators and stop
I
making
think,
that mistake.
Yeah, Well, maybe your
Yeah.
doctor can prescribe something. Don't you see a
Is there
doctor
something?
a lot that you could,
Jinkalaboba,
I forgot,
hookah. No, okay. Fran Reardon's going to join us in the second hour, and we're going to talk 51s baseball,
and
Aviators
we're going to
baseball.
give some tickets away.
Yes, Susie's got some tickets she's going to be giving away. So
you got to call in, and we're going to have trivia with Ron. Whoever gets the most questions right between Ron and the caller gets
the tickets.
Gets the tickets. Ron.
So I could win the tickets?
You could win the tickets if you try really hard, Ron.
Okay, but I don't think it's likely. And you did give me the questions in advance, didn't you?
Absolutely not. And I'm
okay.
going to help the other person, just to be clear.
Just to be clear.
The system is rigged.
So, Brian, Sharp and
Think
Shapiro.
of me as UCLA or Stanford.
Yes, UCLA could be that. Could be that. Okay, here's also got Jeff Sharples, who is going to call in from. He's up in Canada. He's a pilot. Jeff Sharples, former NHL player, who played with the Thunder here in Las Vegas, also the Detroit Red Wings. You have some great Thunder stories back in the day.
I was like 10, probably 12, 13 when they were here.
Yeah.
And they played at the Thomas and Mack.
They did?
And my mom would drop me and a girlfriend off because I think tickets were probably like $10 or something. And my mom was like, that's good babysitting, Just leave your child on the strip. And so
that's off strip, but it's still a hockey game.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, the dedicated exerciser I was at 13, we would walk the arena and look for boys that we could give our phone numbers to.
Did you find any?
A few, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
But it was back when it was like a pager and a landline situation.
Oh, that's right. So you had to wait a second. Which number do you give them back then?
But I was pretending to be older, because that's what you do when you're...
Did you look older?
Yeah, sure. I looked 15 and a half.
Yeah, when you're 13. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in high school. But
now
were my Thunder days.
Those were okay.
I get to go to the Knights game and do that. Nothing's changed.
Now you're 16 and a half, and you get to do that.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So, do you remember any of the hockey games back then?
No, I remember the mascot, like the little polar guy.
Boom Boom.
Yeah, see,
Boom Boom.
legit. Didn't they win a bunch, and then they moved it over to the New Orleans? Right?
They were here 6 seasons. They went to the playoffs 5 times. 5 of those 6 years, they never won the International Hockey League Championship, the IHL. What happened to then the Wranglers came to town. The Thunder left. The Wranglers came to town and played at the Orleans. But that was what I do like saying in this town is that we've got not
some
great hockey history.
Yeah.
We have some, but it showed that this town would support hockey. So I hear people go, "Oh, hockey will never work in Las Vegas." And people like to say that here in town is to sort of prove the naysayers wrong, and I get that.
Right.
But nobody here in town ever said that. Nobody here reeled
I
to
did
new
say
sports.
That.
You did. You said it.
I said, "What the hell? Who's gonna watch hockey? I'm not never gonna race home to watch a hockey game."
Back to what I said.
And
Nobody
then,
here who
all
really.
of a sudden they won, and as a true Vegas man, I was like, "Well, if you're a winner, I'm on your side."
You would have been great here during the running Rebels during their run.
I was like 10 and thought like they were the greatest thing ever.
Well, they were pretty good.
You know, I'm a true Vegas fan. If you can't win, I can't be your fan.
At least, though, and so Jeff Sharple's from the Thunder, former NHL guy, is going to be calling us at 6:30 from up in Canada. So we're going to have him talking. Oh, by the way, our phone lines are open. You can interrupt us at any time. We're not talking. Oh, we can do politics.
We can do whatever we want.
Yes, we can.
No one's listening.
We've locked Brian. We've locked Brian Shapiro up in another room somewhere. 702-257 KDWN 257-5396 is our number. I know usually Brian will jump in some politics stuff right now.
Politics and calls
to
and
get
tell
a bunch
people
of
they're idiots. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I would yell. Well, I don't even yell at him. I just sort of laugh at. Brian, come on now.
Brian.
Be nice, Brian. Be nice to these people.
Someone took his lunch money as a child.
So yeah, that's and the political side. Susie and I are more on the right side.
Right.
Let's say that.
We would be known
correct
as
side.
Republicans. Are we allowed to say that, or is that offensive?
A wee bit conservative. So. Yes. So we'll have a wee bit.
I'm so confused.
I'm so confused. So we got that, and by the way, the lead-in programming here to this is the great one, Mark Levin.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's
I love that guy.
No, Mark Levin. It's like going to school. The dude is brilliant and just gets it. And every time I listen to Mark Levin, I learn something new. How about that? That's tough to say these days with the radio.
Well, you should probably listen to a lot more people and
I should
some
learn
new
more
stuff every day.
Yes.
Just pick up a book here and there.
Bad books. They still have those.
As a news anchor, I would assume that you do a lot of heavy reading.
I thought all on prompter, baby.
Do you guys have book club?
We don't. Unless if it's not on a prompter, it didn't happen. We don't know about it.
That's what I worry about.
If it's not there, we don't know it. But anyway, you're hearing the voice of Susie Draney from Draney Insurance. I'm Ron Futrell. We were in for Sharp and Shapiro on this Tuesday night, talking some hockey, talking some baseball. We will talk some news. If you want to call that and talk news, we will do that as well. Do we have Kelly on the line? What's up, Kelly?
You do.
Hey
Hi,
there,
Kelly.
How are you?
Just want to see, wish you all a beautiful Trump America Day.
It is that, isn't it?
It's great to be an American.
Every day I wake up and Trump is president, I just feel great.
Yeah.
He does things that make I'll say this. Every day he does something that makes me smile and something that makes me go, you did what? Okay. But the smile is always bigger.
Yeah, it's always good.
Oh yeah, I can forgive any little faux pas or anything. At least he doesn't smell people's hair and stuff like Biden.
Yeah, my dog does that and it's weird.
Even for your dog to do it.
Like,
now if you're the vice president, how weird is that? So,
everybody's got a fetish.
so you think that's what Kelly? What do you think of Joe Biden? And it's a local story. It's Lucy Flores.
Yes, I did see Lucy.
Yeah, who ran.
Well, I don't.
For lieutenant governor.
Apparently, they've known about this guy for a long time. This is basically just like what is his name? The Hollywood executive. His name escapes me. Oh, Harvey Weinstein.
Weinstein.
Yeah.
Like the best kept secret in
Biden's
in Hollywood.
like that?
Everyone knew about it.
Well,
But what I find interesting is that everyone on the left excuses Biden's behavior. I mean, if he was a Republican, they'd be nailing him to the cross. But like The View, they're like, "Oh, that's just Biden. It's okay."
It's just
he's
crazy.
allowed to be a dirty old man. As long as he's just a dirty old man Democrat.
Yeah,
There you go.
That is the key.
The second
Crazy Joe.
yesterday was like, he touched me inappropriately, but I'd vote for him over Trump any day. It's like, wait a minute, if you felt violated by someone, you're not going to be voting for them.
Yeah, I guess if she said that, she probably would. I mean, Lucy Flores.
that just goes to show you how smart they are on the other side.
Lucy Flores is, by the way, one thing that hasn't been mentioned in this whole Lucy, I'm going to say something that you didn't know probably. Lucy Flores is a big Bernie Sanders supporter. So what does that work into this politically? Does it? And is it
She
Democrat?
likes older
Everyone-
men.
I-
Like, obviously,
It came out
that's
or
what
something that
Old white guys.
they believed that Bernie was behind all these people coming forward.
And he can't be behind them all, and I don't know, so it's just with Joe Biden, he is a repeat offender. We'll go there.
Yeah, we should go to Chicago.
Over and over.
They don't have problems with that.
Oh, Chicago doesn't, does it? It's a good. It's not a cesspool of corruption.
No, go there. You do the time, go to Chicago. You won't pay for the crime.
As long as you have friends in high places, right, Kelly?
Like Obama.
Yep.
So, all right. So you excited? What has you excited here in town? The weather, Kelly. What? Are you excited about hockey here? Are you excited about Raiders coming? You excited about 50?
Well, I've never been to a hockey game.
Oh, Susie, what do you think?
You gotta go. It's a great show. They put on an amazing show. Most of the time, I don't remember the games because I do drink a little at these functions.
What? Okay.
She hands out her pager number.
Exactly.
Pager.
I'm still
Kelly's
carrying that thing around.
Has it gone?
No one ever
Hasn't gone
pages
off
me.
lately. Yeah. Can you have a pager noise in there? Someone look for that drop and see if you find a pager noise in there. Have her pager going off every once in a while. And it can't be a ring.
This is a great show. I could listen to this. I mean, I feel so comfortable talking to you guys, like talking to friends. I mean, when I call in and speak to Brian, it's, so defensive.
So angry about everything, man.
You should lock him up more often.
We should. We may try that more often.
Yeah,
We are a little change of pace here on this Tuesday night. So, all right, Kelly,
thanks for calling in. It was great to talk to you.
Oh, same here.
Okay, line 84, Edward. What's happening, Edward?
Can we call you Ed?
Comment and a baseball comment. Maybe they could try some things different at the minor leagues. They're talking about wanting to speed up the game.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they could get dogs to get the foul balls, and that would be cute. And then they could try some of the new things at the minor leagues, and then implement it later at the major leagues. I mean, to make the game shorter. But I say you get a dog, lose the bat, ball, or girl, or whatever it is, and use dogs to fetch the balls. And then on Biden, like if a cop is handling prisoners or whatever, they put on rubber gloves because, it's not like the old days, not to get too gross at dinner time, but bed bugs, lice, scabies. I mean, they got chicks carrying typhus at the L.A. City Hall. So, I think we should go to sort of a Star Trek sign, live long and prosper and not touch each other anymore. Like Biden's kissing these kids on the head. What if they have head lice? All these elementary schools are rampant with head lice. So from a
probably coming from
perspective,
Biden.
I think we got to get rid of the touchy-feely weirdo stuff.
I never thought about the head lice issue. Eddie, how come I didn't think of that?
Yeah, well,
I think how they should speed up baseball is everybody should be on steroids. Just let it happen.
All the players. Juice.
Juice up. That game would go so fast.
Oh, would. They would be crushing the
or
ball.
Maybe meth, something just to speed up the game.
Bad teeth, but a great game. There's their new motto
the
for
fastest baseball game you've ever seen.
Bad teeth, but a great game. Okay, now let's go back with your dogs. I know both of Susie's ideas are certainly credible, and we'll bring them up to Fran Reardon, the manager of the 51, Aviators.
Yes.
Okay, the dog. Here's the problem. Ed, love your idea. Here's one problem. Will the dog know if it's foul or fair? They're pretty smart.
Send the dog out till it's pronounced foul.
Okay, and then you let
a trained dog. It's like they got rid of the greyhound. The greyhound racing's being gradually eliminated. So they could get greyhounds or something.
But they're
and
not good
it's
retrievers,
a foul ball,
though.
then the dog could be trained to go get the ball and bring it back to speed up the game. And people like dogs, and you could have several dogs there.
Labrador?
So they don't get tired.
Yeah, because then you have PETA all up our butts about
They'll do something.
Surely you can't
If
run the dogs
they would have
too
to
much.
wear a helmet, probably.
Okay,
I've seen it. PETA might not like it, but I don't know.
I'll bring my dog. We could try my dog
maybe they
first.
could get or an ostrich or something. or something like that.
An Aussie, maybe?
Or whatever the team mascot is. How about this? Whatever the team. So the Tigers
Should have to run out.
might be a little dangerous at times if it's a Siegfried Roy white tiger that takes off your
do you
neck.
think they're going to make it like the Knights games where it's more of a Vegas show for these baseball
Yes.
games?
Short
Do
answer,
you think
yes.
that-
Yeah.
I hope you're right about that.
Yeah. Well, cricket, they don't exchange the ball out that much because they're expensive, and so it's part of the strategy of the game that over time the ball gets more and more worn, and they have to calculate that into their strategy. So maybe not exchanging balls so much, that sort of thing too. But the game, and they were saying shorten the season for the majors. I mean, and that kind of thing. But, I mean, they got to start innovating a little bit. They don't need any drastic changes. And Biden, I don't know. I mean, I was at work once, like 30 years ago, and some woman boss always wanted to hug me. But it's the people that want to hug you that you don't want to hug, and the people that you want to hug don't want to hug you. So I'd say just, as I said, do the Dr. Spock thing, live long and prosper.
Have the finger separated thing. Okay, I'm trying to do it, and so like this, like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's
like
the live long and prosper thing. You know what I'm doing.
I don't think that one dirty old man smelling somebody's hair should ruin it for the rest of us.
Oh, that want to hug? Yeah, that want to hug.
hung up.
Yes, yeah. So yes, he said goodbye. Thank you, Edward, for your call. 257 KDWN. Of course, the 702 in front of it.
Sensitive about things.
25753.
You smell my hair all the time.
It's all the time. Smells like your dog.
It does. It's
Yeah,
supposed to smell like herbal essence.
No,
but
it's whatever you're doing. Is it a lab? What is your dog? Who's your dog?
My dog is a golden retriever German Shepherd.
Oh, golden retriever. Okay.
Yeah. He's
There you
a
go.
cross hybrid.
So that's
also known as a mutt.
Also known as. Did you get it for shelter? Or what?
No. My mom gave him to me as revenge. Because she knew I wasn't going to have children. So she was like, hey, I got you this puppy.
So
and
here.
I got the biggest one that they have. Good
And
luck.
The puppy is now 8 feet tall.
Yeah, so
and
now he's like 90 pounds and he's destroyed every like decent pair of shoe I've had.
How old?
He's 3 now. Yeah. So.
Okay, so the idea of, I don't know, the dog retrieving the ball could be entertaining, could be a fun part of the game. Now, you have the kids there, and the kids sometimes make mistakes, and they get fair balls. They retrieve fair balls every once in a while.
I think
that's sort of fun.
they obviously need to up it so it's like a Vegas experience. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a fun. There's going to be lots of waves, just starting waves. Aren't you so excited to start the wave?
That's new.
Yeah.
Now, explain to me what this wave thing is. I'm not familiar with it.
You've never been to a baseball game?
What's a wave? Okay.
A wave in the desert.
A wave in the desert. We'll get that. It was what was nice out there. Let me say this: it was nice because I went out there to. Today is media day.
Yeah, because you're real media.
Yeah, they did. You do a radio show now. Come on, Susie.
I keep trying to name drop, and no one's paying attention.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, they will.
Yeah,
Send them a picture. Am I right, Ken? Send a picture, and she'll get intro. Yes.
Oh, please.
So here's where we go. It was windy out there today. It's windy in the valley a little bit.
Thank you, weather girl.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, weather girls. But it was nice there at the ballpark, the Las Vegas ballpark. It was because the ballpark is built down a little bit low. Mm-hmm. To the north, you have City National Arena protecting some wind. To the south and the west, you have the stands, and eventually out in right field, which would be to the east,
right.
You'll have some protection. So you have a little bit of protection from the wind, which was sort of nice. That I liked. The ballpark faces, you are hitting towards the northeast. Does that make sense when I say that? Does anybody know? Oh, same configuration as Cashman Field.
I barely know directions. Are we in a mall?
There we go. Okay. Near the Port of Subs.
Oh.
Okay,
yeah.
you know where that is? Okay. It's near the Port of Subs and the Macy's.
Yeah.
It's going that direction.
Is it by the Dillards at the mall?
No, the opposite way of the Dillards. Okay. Hot dog on a stick. You know where hot dog on a stick is,
Every
of course.
man does.
It's
That's the only way men go.
It's
the young girls just pressing and grinding.
They don't hire guys in those. They don't hire any guys. Never. And they want, from what I understand, I don't know if it is anymore, but at one time it was a policy.
Yeah, you can't.
That they don't hire guys. It's all gals
No
with funny hats. Yes. It's just hot dogs on the stick and with the funny hats. But, okay, so it's facing that direction to the northeast for people that know directions, or the same direction as Cashman Field. If you picture the configuration of Cashman Field, it's that same direction that home plate is. And that's to protect the batters from the sun.
Right.
You don't want the batters to have the sun in their eyes.
No.
It's okay if the outfielders do and they drop a fly ball, no problem.
But not the batters.
You cannot have the batters with the sun in their eyes. That's a bad recipe. Or the pitchers. Let them have the sun in their eyes. If they can't see, then
it's gonna be a quick game.
It'll be a real quick game. Yes.
Problem solved.
So we will have, let's see, Jeff Sharple's coming up in just a little bit. We'll also have Fran Reardon, who is the new manager. The A's have brought him up to be the guy to run this ball club here in Las Vegas. And by the way, if anybody cares about it, I think we will more, that the A's, the Aviators, are going to be a pretty good ball club. They should win more games than they lose. And let me go, because the Mets,
they won't have a fan base.
Well, but see, here's my theory with a baseball game is you don't go there
to watch baseball. True statement.
You don't go there to care whether they win or lose a whole lot. You don't go home at night going, "Hey, I wonder what the Aviators did. I wonder if the 51s or the Stars wanted." It's not something that it's not for that. It's not for winning this. You go there to hang out with friends, have some hot dogs, watch some baseball, put your feet up, enjoy the company, enjoy the baseball.
And do the wave.
And do the wave.
And they have a pool there.
They do have a pool.
So is it bikinis and baseball?
And yes, it is. Yes. Oh, you go there to watch prospects. You go there to watch guys that are going to be in the big leagues. They could be on the opposite team.
Men.
Prospects, for your case. Go walking around and give your beeper number. Okay, the pool out there. There it is. Oh,
there it is. Look.
Hold on.
Oh.
Susie, they're calling. Hold on. You want to take that?
I got to be in surgery.
I've got to leave in 10 minutes. Okay. You're going to be in the pool. You bought a season ticket package, correct?
I did.
Tell me how that experience went.
It was actually really good. I had a buddy that was at UNLV baseball that is now over at the Aviators, and he's like, "You want to buy some tickets?" And I was like, "No, wait until the last day and call me because I'm a last-minute shopper." So he did, and he got me some great seats. So now we're going to give away some tickets tonight. But yeah, I'm excited. I think it'll be a fun thing. 35 games was a partial season ticket.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot of games. So
no, that is a lot on games.
Yeah.
And the math on that.
So much day drinking.
Well, a lot of it's going to be night. A lot of it's 7 o'clock start. So you'll have there'll be
happy hour somewhere.
There must be happy hour somewhere. A lot of it's nighttime games, so you'll be fine with that.
I don't know if they still have season tickets available, but it broke down to like $15 a seat or a game, which is pretty reasonable.
Well, that's good. And there's not a bad seat in the place. I mean, there isn't. It's 10,000 seat ballpark. So you're not worried about being so far away from the action that you can't see. You'll be able to see wherever you are.
It's the experience. It's American. USA.
USA. By the way, a week from tonight, the season begins.
It starts, yeah.
So wait a second.
We got to go buy outfits.
I'm probably not going to be here for this show. I'm going to be. What I will do, I got to talk to Brian about this, and I will be at the ballpark calling in. How's that?
Oh no, I thought you were not going to be at the game. I thought we were going to the game.
It's opening night. You going opening night?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
As soon as you give me a ticket.
Okay. Well, you're the one that's got. Okay.
I
so
have the next game.
Your package was not opening. We'll find a way.
Yeah,
we'll find a way.
It out.
We'll
we
figure
might
it out.
know somebody.
Well, we got Fran Reardon coming on the line, the manager, in just a little bit. So you can ask him that. We got that. Oh, and Jeff Sharple's coming up in the next segment. We will have him. And let's see, in your phone calls, we'll do more of those coming up. Our number 702-257-KDWN, 257-5396. Draney Insurance.
Yes.
Tell me about a number. What do we give out a number?
702-984-7297.
What's going on? You know the inside story on this. They're saying now they want to pass a bill in the state legislature here that says that cops, if you're in a wreck or they pull you over, or let's say not a wreck, it's just for a ticket, they can inspect your phone.
Yes, they can take your phone.
Take it and see what
you were calling or texting at the time of the accident.
If you refuse to turn over your phone, you lose your license for 90 days.
Right.
What's the insurance agency, insurance company think about this?
The insurance. Here's the thing: insurance loves to litigate. So, taking that away or giving police officers the right to take that is not really going to affect the insurance world at all. At the end of the day, typically when you are in an accident, they do investigate. They can tell who's clearly at fault for it. They write them a ticket. By seeing your phone is not really going to help or, hurt your case. You probably caused the accident. So.
If you were on your phone.
Well, regardless,
okay.
They give you a ticket now for failure to yield or following too closely, or there's tickets that are already. So I'm not quite sure why they're trying to pass this, unless cops are just nosy and this is their way to get. Your phone, because they could just pull you over and say, let me see your phone at this point. That's in the statute. So it doesn't have to be if an accident was caused.
What if you say, I don't have a phone?
I just have my pager.
You got your pager. Okay. We got that. Yes, your pager. I don't have a phone.
Yeah.
So people have phones nowadays?
Yeah.
I
think it's just nosy cops.
Wow. Okay. So it's Metro wanting to find. So it's. Hold on. Oh, they're calling you again.
Ooh, this one's an important one.
So what? Okay, so you're saying the insurance industry is
and I don't think prosecutors are
ambivalent
actually going to go, because you're just going to have a bunch of people running around without a driver's license, because no one's going to give a police officer and say, please scroll through my phone.
Right.
Would you?
No.
Think of all the evidence that's on there.
But they could download it. They're going to have some electronic thing in their phone. They could just download it and see if you were actively on your phone at the time.
Yeah, I mean, that's the point with litigation. Once it gets to litigation, if somebody is sued, they would subpoena those records and state that you were on your phone, and that's what caused this accident. So,
okay,
I don't really see the justification for this law.
All right, bottom of the hour break. Susie Draney,
we already
Ron
made it
Futrell.
half an hour?
Yeah, we'll be right back.